Hostage-taking serial killers, as I call them, Hamas terrorists took nearly 240 hostages on October 7th during the massacre. More than 50 days later, families of some 164 people still held captive are desperate for them to be freed, for any information about who has them, how long it's going to take. Hamas kidnapped then 15-year-old Amit Shani, as you see here. His mother watched. Now he has turned 16 as a hostage. His dad was injured after Hamas burned down their home in the massacre. In focus now, Amit's cousin, Elle Benami. There are no words, Elle, to sum up what could happen next because we don't know. But tell me presently what's happening.
Yeah, so currently we're waiting. We've been waiting now for the 5th day to see his name on the list of hostages to be released. He's still not on the list, so there's still tomorrow, and we're hoping that he'll be on the list tomorrow. But it's been very agonizing to wait day after over 50 days of him being in captivity and knowing nothing as to his condition or well-being.
I know that his father watched that proceedings. Do you know the details of what happened when he was taken?
Yeah, so he was kidnapped on the Saturday morning, the 7th of October, which was also a Jewish holiday. He was at home at his mom's home with his two younger sisters who are 12 and 10. Mm-hmm. And he was 15 when he was captured. He actually turned 16 years old in captivity. And his mom and sisters were left behind only because there was no space for him in the car, for them in the car that he was taken in. Yeah, and so while the terrorists were waiting for another car to take them back to Gaza as well, there was a distraction caused by some gunfire. The terrorists went to handle that, and the mom and two sisters took that opportunity to basically escape.
Elle, I know that there was some texting going on with a group of Amit's teenage friends in the Kibbutz Bay Area as the Hamas attack was unfolding. And I understand that you translated some of that from Hebrew to English for us. So we're going to put them up on the screen and I'll read it. At 10:38 that morning, at my mom's, urgent, they're shooting and knocking at the door. Also 10:38, so just seconds later, they are about to break it at any moment. 10:43, they are shooting. Elle.
Yeah, so it was over a period of about an hour and a half, some frantic texts from Amit, and not just from Amit, but from 13 to 17-year-olds in that WhatsApp group chat. People are reporting that their house is burning, that they can't breathe. In fact, there are a few names in those text messages that I know are kids who were killed, who were murdered on that day. And you can tell, like, the spelling is all jumbled. You can tell everyone is very frantic.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to ask my team to continue the text line if they can. So at 12:16, so some time passed. And at 12:16, we need urgently House 112. They broke in. There are terrorists in my house. This is now happening sporadically. The last few texts were at 12:17, and that was the last anyone heard from Amit. Elle, you say you're waiting. You say you're waiting for his name to appear on a list. No doubt where you are, you're ahead of us in time. You know that 2-day ceasefire didn't hold for more people to come out.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we're very happy for every single hostage that's being returned, but for every returned hostage, there are still tens of hostages that are still in Gaza. They're in unknown conditions. The vast majority of those that were taken captive on that day are still there, including Amit.
Yeah. What is the conversation like right now with your family, just in terms of how much information you're getting from the government? What kind of support? How supported do you feel?
I mean, not very supported because there's not much information to pass on to us. Mm-hmm. We're just sort of helplessly waiting every day in these 6 days to see whether his name is on the list. And there's not much we can do. It's just waiting.
Elle Benami, my prayers, my thoughts are with you. I know that that these days are filled with agony for you. Some coming home, though, and that is at least a break in the grip that these killers have right now on the world. We're all captivated and praying with you. Thank you very much for joining me, and I wish only the best for Amit.